We needed better data. We had to know what the field was doing every single day. Our field was actually putting their production, whether it was how many linear feet of pipe they put in, how many cubic yards of dirt they moved that day. They were actually writing that down on a form that was then sent to the office, and the project managers were having to put that into very elaborate spreadsheets. And unfortunately, the delay in that sometimes was a week to 2 weeks. So we always felt like we were kind of shooting in the dark. And you can't make business decisions if you don't know where you are at that moment. We needed a new accounting ERP system, and we also needed a way for the field to electronically record their production, which would also include payroll hours, job costing, and equipment usage. As we looked at different vendors, we did fall on B2W Spectrum for our accounting ERP system. However, we have been B2W Estimate users for quite some time. And so we were interested in their track system. We knew, and this was the ultimate reason, we knew that those two could talk to one another, that we could import information, payroll hours, job costing, equipment, and production, all into Spectrum, and vice versa. We could also true up track from Spectrum as well. There has been a better communication between our field, the foreman and the superintendents, and those of us in the office. And it feels more like a team now. I see our project managers and our field working more closely together, communicating more on what's going on right then. And I think that they would tell you, especially in going with Track, that the ease of the program, even if you're not very tech savvy, is very easy to understand. But I think bigger and more importantly, they feel like they are part owners now in the job that they are doing. Once we get good data with production, we should be able to tell for X amount of cubic yards of dirt work, how much labor should that take? How much equipment should that take? Or for pipe or whatever. And we're starting to see that as we get this data, that we are getting more accurate bids. We also knew that from a payroll standpoint, that the import process from Track into Spectrum just worked really, really seamlessly. We were looking at having to hire another payroll administrator. Now, because of the seamless integration, you click a button in Track and all the job costed hours and the equipment usage, goes right into Spectrum, and then we're able to process. I think our roster now is around 190 people, and we're able to process that with one payroll administrator. Before Spectrum, it would take about a day to set up a job with all these phase codes and production targets and committed costs and things of that sort. Now, because we have set up templates, because we have integrated our current and existing estimate database with Track and Spectrum, it literally takes 5 minutes. Another thing that has been very helpful from an accounting standpoint is we are fully using the purchase order system in Spectrum. Not only is it less paperwork for our project managers, we are paying our vendors more quickly. As far as accounts payable as well, we have also started utilizing e-payments. So in looking back at our decision to go with B2W Spectrum and B2W Track, I absolutely would recommend that to other businesses. Those two systems just seemed to work so well together, and that truly was the deciding factor for why we went with them. To look at the bigger picture, to look 5 years out and say, what do we need to do now to make that happen? And if you have a company like we do and a culture that's like that, then absolutely Spectrum, and honestly B2W Estimate, which we have, Track, and we just recently bought Maintain. Those integrations and the partnership between those two companies, although under Trimble, has been phenomenal.